Hello everyone! Today we'll be talking about what makes a good character on ArtFight. While the answer to that is objective, we will be discussing a combination of things, mainly what to include in their profile and on their references. Additionally, I'll be giving a tutorial on how to make a master reference. We won't be covering character design, but if that's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments below. As a disclaimer, this video is advice and you are not obligated to follow it. Take what helps you and leave the rest.
Wait, come back here! What? I have to draw you.
The first thing that makes you a good target is having usable character references. Let's go in depth about what you should and should not include in a character reference. While the only thing you quote-unquote need is a headshot, I would advise creating a full-body reference that accurately conveys their design. You won't need a back reference if your character's design is obvious, such as with my character Amaya's. However, if your character has a pattern, scars, or other markings that wouldn't be visible in the front, you should make a back reference. If you want to go above and beyond, you can create a turnaround reference, but it requires a lot of effort. A major complaint I've heard is that characters lack color pickable references. You should not be rendering your character's main reference image unless the colors used are somewhere separate. I've made a few stylish templates for color palettes. Feel free to use or reference them. Giving your character a side profile is useful if they have a unique nose or face shape. I would also provide a mouth reference, especially if your character has unique teeth or a unique tongue. Something I would not do is watermark your image excessively. Leaving your username in a few places is fine. In fact, you generally should do that in case someone draws your character but forgets to bookmark them. But doing this makes your reference nearly unusable and is a headache. You should leave your character's ID somewhere on their reference too. In this section, I will be giving a tutorial on how to make what I like to call a master reference. This includes everything mentioned in the last section and is presented like this. The art app I use is Ibis Paint X, so I'll be referring to the tools that it offers. First, you want to make a blank canvas. I use the size 2550 by 2000 for front and back references, but if you're only making a front reference, I would go somewhere around 1300 by 2000. While you are free to draw smaller, working large helps convey the details you'd need in a master reference. Now that we've created our canvas, add a symmetry ruler on the far left. While you can make your reference at a 3/4 angle, it is much more work. Having an unbiased front-facing reference is best. After you get the line art done for your front reference, there's an easy way to make the line art for your back reference. Duplicate your line art and flip it horizontally. Your symmetry ruler must stay in the same place so that the canvas can be flipped again later without issue. Go to the selection layer and select the lasso fill tool. Very carefully select the interior lines while leaving the external silhouette. Cut the internal lines and then paste them on a new layer. Change the color of the internal lines to something you can see that is not overpowering. From here on, we will be calling this your assist layer. Now you have a reference for what is visible in the front, which you can translate to the back. Once you're done, you can flip the canvas again while keeping the ruler in the same spot if you need it for coloring. Let's look at my master reference for Bingo. The most notable change from the front of her design to the back is her shorts. They slide up in the front and come down in the back. Notice how the shape hitting her legs is inverted? Bingo's clothes are curved to show the form of her body. While you could make them straight lines instead in your reference, it's unrealistic and will make your character read as flat. With your assist layer, you can see where things hit in the front and invert how they look in the back. Bingo's reference also has design notes. These are optional, but I would use a larger canvas size if you include them. Please note that design notes and character lore are different things. While lore might influence design choices, anything irrelevant to the artist's interest should be written in their bio instead.
Upset because of a certain someone. They know who they are.
Stop posting mysterious status updates when we have no idea who you're talking about.
While your character having usable references is one thing, giving them a good profile is another. Let's start with bios. I often find myself not wanting to draw characters that have too much or too little written in their bio. While how much you write is up to you, I would keep it to a few sentences at minimum and a few paragraphs at maximum. Give your reader just enough information to get the general gist of your character. Having too much text to read often feels like a chore and will deter most artists from drawing your character. If you'd like to spruce up your character's bio, I have a tutorial on how to use BB code. It's linked in the top right corner. Next, let's talk about tags. Giving your character relevant tags is very important so that people can find them through the tag search feature. Tags help promote your characters to the people who want to draw them without you having to do anything. A tag filtering system is going to be introduced eventually also, which is why having accurate tags is important. If someone doesn't want to see characters from a certain fandom because it's triggering, for example, they need to be able to filter that out. Finally, let's talk about character permissions. You can utilize this space for telling artists what to and not to do with your character. I use it for design notes and explaining traits that are and aren't optional. Please do not be redundant and restate what is in your global permissions, as artists already check both of these. My global permissions are pretty lengthy, so my ArtFight is linked in the description in case you want to take inspiration. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. If you'd like to see more of my ArtFight tutorials, I have a playlist linked on screen. And if there's a video I haven't made about ArtFight yet, feel free to tell me what you'd like to see in the comments below. Thanks for watching and stay sparky!